So, today we will discuss about small intestine, that is the part of our digestive system. First of all, look at this picture. This is our small intestine. Yes, small intestine is the longest part of our alimentary canal. What is its length? Its length is about near 6 to 7 meters. And here the digestion gets completed. Now we will study how. But before that, students, we must understand that small intestine receives some of the secretions from two major glands, that is the liver and our pancreas. Now we will study about these components, that is the liver, pancreas. And another one thing important, the wall of our small intestine also secretes some of the digestive juices which helps in the digestion. So these juices are known as intestinal juices. We will also study about these juices further in this video. Now first of all, we will study about the liver. See the picture of liver? Yes, the liver is a soft reddish brown triangular organ with 4 lobes. What is the weight of human liver? Near about 1.44 to 1.66 kg. And where it is situated? It is situated in the upper part of the abdomen on the very right side. Do you know it is the largest gland in the body? And it secretes bile juice which is stored in a sac called gallbladder. What is the function of bile? It is that it helps in the digestion of food. Okay, so the liver secretes bile juice. I hope it is clear to you. Now moving on to the next one, which is called as the pancreas. Now see the structure of pancreas. Pancreas is a large cream colored gland which is located just below the stomach, and it secretes pancreatic juice which gets releases into the intestine. And the pancreatic juice helps in the digestion of our carbohydrates, proteins, which are quite complex to digest, so it changes them into the simpler forms. I hope it is clear to you. I am again repeating that pancreas secrete pancreatic juice which acts on the carbohydrates and proteins to change them into the simpler food form. Now moving on to the next one, that is the intestinal juices. Now what happens when the food reaches to the lower part of the small intestine? Here some of the intestinal enzymes are present. Okay, and these enzymes act upon the partially digested food and further they complete it into the small soluble simple substances. In this way our digestion gets completed in the small intestine. Now to summarize this topic, we can say that in a small intestine most of the chemical digestion takes place, and here the simple sugars and proteins get digested, and further fatty acids and glycerols, they also gets converted into the simpler soluble substances. So in this way we have studied the digestion process in small intestine. Now the next process is absorption. What is absorption? Like the word clearly indicates, to absorb. Okay, whenever the food get digested, now it is ready to get absorbed by the blood vessels present in our small intestine or the wall of intestine. So here these finger like projections, very tiny projections, these are known as villi. Okay, and they are responsible for the absorption of food, and then it passes into the further blood capillaries which gets further used with the help of various organs, the cell of our body. Okay, now after that assimilation takes place. Assimilation, in the simple words which you can remember, is the utilization of food which is absorbed. Okay, so assimilation is the process by which the food get absorbed and it is carried out to different organs of the body through blood vessels to build what? To build complex substances such as proteins which are required for the growth and repair of our body tissues. Just because of these things, these proteins and various other substances, our body grows regularly. Okay, so without assimilation nothing is possible. We can say that the last step or the final stage of the digestion is known as assimilation. I hope it is clear to you. Now read it yourself also, because these definitions are very important. Now, what happens to the undigested food? See the picture of large intestine and small intestine? Yes, the food that remains undigested, it passes from the small intestine to where? The large intestine. Okay, now large intestine is wider and shorter than the small intestine. What is its length? Its length is about 1.5 meters only in length. Large intestine has two parts. First is the upper part and lower is the rectum. Now here the ending of the digestion takes place. It is the final step, because we are going to start with the egestion, which is the throwing out of waste from the body. Now see it. So the process of elimination of undigested food by the body is called egestion. Food is taken out into the body through the mouth and it gets released. The undigested part of the food gets released through the part known as the anus. I hope it is clear to you now. The whole digestive system is clear to you. The basic steps which are involved in the digestion are clear to you. We have completed all the 5 steps that are involved in the digestion. So now read it yourself from your book, and if there is any difficulty, you can ask me. Thank you so much.